Now let's start our new topic, BCG Matrix. Now BCG Matrix was given by Boston Consulting Group, and it's a management framework that will help different companies to decide how will they prioritize the different product line in the business. So if you're working as a marketing manager, a product manager, or even a business consultant for a big company, they have different product lines. So you have to identify which product line is doing good in the market so that you can invest more capital into that specific product, and then that product will help you increase your market share, you can increase your growth rate, and for that specific reason, you will do the BCG matrix or the BCG matrix analysis. Now, BCG matrix have 4 different quadrants in X and Y axis, and these quadrants will help you understand the intersection of market growth rate and your market share. Now, BCG matrix have 4 different quadrants, and in these 4 different quadrants, you will have your X axis and Y axis. So X axis will show you market share, Y axis will show you market growth. So BCG matrix have 4 different quadrants. On X axis, you have your market share. On Y axis, you have your market growth. So on the right side of X axis, you can see the company have low market share. On the left side, high market share. On the bottom of Y axis, you have your low market growth. On the top of Y axis, you have your high market growth. So if you closely have a look at the quadrant number 1, when you have high market growth and high market share, well, all these products are star product in your company. Then you have question mark product. When your market potential or market growth is very high, but you have low market share. All these are question mark product. Then you have your cash cow. When your market share is very high, but your market growth is very less. Then you have your dog. When you have a low market growth and a low market share. Now let's quickly understand BCG matrix with the help of an example. So obviously on X-axis, you have your market share. On Y-axis, you have your market growth. Let's look at all of your star product. Now all those products which have high market growth and high market share, all those products are your star products. So these are the established product lines which have high market growth and high market share, and they can generate a good ROI for your business. So if you take Apple as a company, iPhone, AirPod, and Final Cut Pro, which is an editing software of Apple. All these products are star product for Apple because these products have high market growth, they have high market share, and they are generating a good amount of ROI for Apple. Because obviously the market share is also very high, the market growth is also very high. These are the star product of Apple that they obsessively have to focus on because these are the products which generate massive amount of revenue for Apple. Then you also have question mark product. Now all these products have low market share, but the growth rate is quite high. So obviously the Apple is not sure about the direction of these products, but they have to decide whether they want to put more capital into the question mark product, which means if they put more capital and somehow they are able to make these products successful, these products will move from question mark category to the star category. So Apple is unsure about all these products because if they will put more amount of capital, marketing budget and technology and resources in all these question mark products like your Apple Watch and your MacBook Pro, they can move these products from question mark to star category. Because currently both your Apple Watch and iMac have around 15 to 20% market share. So the company have to decide whether they wanted to put more capital and more resources into both these products so that they can move these products from question mark quadrant to the star quadrant. Then you have cash cow. Now these products are not really growing very fast, but they are the category leader. So if you look at the tablet as a category, so obviously iPad is one of the product. So currently there is a very less demand of iPad in the market, but if you are thinking of purchasing any tablet, the only option you have in the market is iPad. So all the product in the cash cow quadrant, the market share is very high, but the market growth is not there. So people prefer purchasing a smartphone or a laptop. They are not really going forward for an iPad. And that's why the market growth is very less, but the market share is very high because Apple is the category leader into this specific category. And these are all the cash cow products. So you have to squeeze out as much profit as you can from the cash cow stage. And in the end, you have your dog quadrant, this specific device. I hope you know the name. So all these products, they do not have any market share. They do not have any market growth. And the company have to divest from this specific quadrant. So soon the iPad will also go from cash cow to the dog stage, and the company have to divest from that specific segment. So the major revenue or the growth, so-called Pareto principle, also applies in the BCG matrix, which means majority of the revenue comes from 20% of the category. Now let's go one step further and understand how exactly you have to make strategy so that you can invest in different areas and you can decide where to invest more capital and where to invest less capital. So this is the sign for cash flow. So the cash flow will move from different quadrant in a specific direction. Then this is the sign for desired moment. So you have to squeeze out as much profit as you can from the cash cow stage, and then you have to invest that profit into the star quadrant or in the question mark quadrant. And once you squeeze out all of your profit from the cash cow stage, then you have to take all of your product from the question mark quadrant, and then you have to move those product into the star stage. So once you take out all of your profits from the cash cow stage, then you have to move all of your products from the question mark to the star stage. And obviously, finally, from the dogs quadrant, you have to divest as much as you can, because these products will become obsolete in the future and there is no need to focus or put any amount of capital into this specific quadrant. So in this assignment, you have to make a BCG matrix for GM. So in this assignment, you have to make a BCG matrix of GM. So all different product lines of GM, you have to put all those product line in all of these quadrant, and then you have to do an analysis